You guys doing good out there? Well, that's good to hear. Maybe one or two of you not so good. That's fine. We can talk about that. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, you know, things like that happen, and I hope we can get through it. It's okay. Not a big deal. We'll push through it. Okay, you just keep on keeping on, brother. All right. Anyways, I hope that helps some of you guys out there. Not everybody's having a peachy time, okay? That's fine. But anyways, I'm Damien, and welcome to Blue Collar. Now, we're going to be changing a couple oils, transmission fluid. We got it all up here on the truck. We're going to be changing that stuff. So we got filters, we got pan seals and filters, we got Dextron, we got 15W40, and we got some bolts. And those bolts go to the transmission pan down there because for some reason, we're missing a couple of them. It wasn't me. I'm hoping our transmission's fine. I hope somebody didn't get in there and absolutely mess it up like a wild child. But we'll see. Whoa! We got some wind! Hang on in there! It's going to do it again. I know it. It's blowing. Blowing. Are we done yet? Perks are working outside. Anyways, yeah, we got some stuff we need to change here. Let me go ahead and show you. Here's the bolt that they want $9 a piece for. That I ain't paying. That's outrageous. And here's the bolts that we're going to be using. 5 to 16ths by 18 by a half is what I'm seeing on here. Yeah, hex bolts. They don't have the little nipple on them, but everything else is the same. Thread and all that. Head size, every bit of it's the same. And that was like, I don't know, $1.50, $2, something like that. Which is still kind of expensive for that. You probably get them cheaper at Tractor Supply, but it's not a big deal. Anyways, I would love to have put this video out probably, I don't know, 5 days ago. And it's been, where's all this wind coming from? We're going to have to go inside for this segment. I bet you this sounds absolutely atrocious on that phone right now. And yes, I'm recording on my phone. We're going to have to take a needed break, it seems. Maybe. Is it done? Oh God, it's not done. It's still, it's good. It's in force. Help! Help! What do we? It's coming back. We're gonna have to take a break. It's getting crazy out here. The wind's blowing. As soon as we start up, the wind starts blowing again. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get to work on this stuff. It's gonna be pretty easy. Well, I want to tell you guys, thank you guys for everybody that's came in, has been watching for a while. I appreciate it. All the people that are coming in that just wanted to stop by for a minute. Thank y'all so much too. I hope you guys like it enough to come by, subscribe. I've been stuck at the 530 mark for a minute now. Okay, you guys need to give me a little help here. I can't do it all by myself. See if you can help me out. And here comes the wind again. Anyways, that's enough out of that. If you got any friends out there that enjoy this kind of stuff, or anybody that might, shoot them my YouTube. Maybe see if they'll like it enough to subscribe. You never know. But let's get under the hood here, and we'll start doing oils, and then we'll go to the transmission pan and all that crap while the wind's blowing. All right, let's go. Come on. Hurry. What are you doing? Hurry up. Come on, let's go. Well, we finally made it. And I'm going to assume it's right in there. Perfect. All right, well, I got you guys in the weirdest angle I could imagine. Oh, there's the filter I was looking for. If you guys were interested, it's right here. Sorry about the wind. There's really not much I can do about it under here. Or for that matter at all. What size do you think this is? Come on. We'll go with this. Going with a half first. That's not a half. Yeah, that's more like a 9/16 or 5/8. Okay. Perfect. Alright. Make sure when you take this bolt out, you're laying right in the spray line. Perfect. Oh, a spider. My favorite. Also, make sure you're wearing your favorite hat as well while you're doing this. That's white, of course it is. There's just spiders coming from everywhere under here. Alright. Get this thing lined up here. Perfect. And you drop it in there, just where it needs to be. I like to set those up a certain way, but that's fine. It's black, and it smells like fuel. Exactly like we thought it would. Why are you not going in there? I bet you there's stuff in there that makes it not want to go in there. We could have a problem. Oh, poor little. Whoa! I think I know why. Come here. Get off of there. There. That doesn't look like nowhere near enough oil, but what do I know? I don't see a bunch of crap. Well, that's good. You sure can't tell when this stuff smells like gas, that's for sure. And you can see this had a lot in it. Wonder if I could take this off with my hand. Roll. Goodness. Okay. Oh. Wow. I can. And it's pouring everywhere. Love it. This oil isn't really oil anymore. You guys see how thin that oil is? When it has the consistency of water, it's no longer oil. Anyways, I'm gonna let this drain for a bit, and then we're gonna pull it out. I'm gonna get a rag, clean up some of this stuff. It's awfully dirty in here. I should have done it to begin with, but I want to pull this oil pan out of here and look in there and see if I see any metal. I didn't really feel nothing crazy, but you never know with these trucks. We'll see. Put this plug back in here and really should have ran it a little bit before doing this, but why are you not? Give it to whatever the fuck this is. What are you, and why are you doing what you're doing? Okay, we're gonna have to take it out. Okay. Cleaning. It's gonna be better than, oh my gosh. It's gonna be better than it was. It's not gonna be perfect, but it'll be better than it was. And what was getting stuck on here, on this bolt to where I couldn't thread it, was the, there's this little plastic washer thing going on here. Normally they're like crush washers, like the copper ones or whatever, but it was just in the right way to where it didn't want to let me thread it back in there. So come on now. That's the 15th spider I've seen. Let me in there. Too fat to be under here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Oh, for crying out loud, come on now. I wish I could have threaded this all the way back in there, but the way that washer was being is a real pain in the butt, and I couldn't, unfortunately. So we'll have this done momentarily. God, this is taking forever. Hindsight, probably should have put a copper crimp washer on there or something, but it'll do ya. It's not a big deal. If it leaks, I'll put one on there, but as of right now, I'm not. Okay. Perfect. Now we'll take this out and we'll look in the oil, and then we'll come back in here. We'll put the oil filter in here and then take the pan off and just start it with that crap. Okay. I know there's a bunch of shit in here. We don't clean it very often. Not a big deal, but I'm not seeing a bunch of metallic anything. See if we can get it up here. Okay. No, I'm not really seeing too much, of course. It pays off when you have a pan that's not the dirtiest thing in the century, but Dad likes to leave his pan out in the elements, so I'm not going to worry about that. I didn't see anything crazy, so we should be alright. I'm going to go ahead and get my ratchet wrench set up. I got one of these fancy Ryobi's, so we're going to be using that to take off the transmission pan. Shouldn't be that big of a deal, but let's get back under there, pop this in there, and start taking it off. We're going to grab our filter here, and I'll take you with me. I'm going to go ahead and put this on up underneath in here. And I only wrote the date on this filter. I don't know if that reader in the truck's working, but that should be good. And I know you're going to yell at me, you didn't put the oil on it, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't do it. Okay. It's hand tight enough. Surely it won't leak. Anyways, that's taken care of. We got our bolt back in there. Now we're down here. Don't worry about what I got going on right there. Okay? It's just a jack with a jack on it holding up the transmission, because I was going to take this cross member off so I can get to those bolts, but I might be able to get under there without it. Hopefully, because that bolt over there is not coming out. If it pisses me off any more than it already has, I'm going to cut the damn thing off there. Because whoever decided to put this cross member on in here, I don't think this is the original transmission because of this, but they only put 3 bolts in it. One here, one there, and one on the other side, and that's it. Normally there's 2 on the sides here, and 1 or 2 in the middle, however many it takes for that transmission mount to hook onto there. But this bolt was recessed up into here, and it took a while to get off, and that one I thought was going to be easier, but isn't, because the top side is fucked up, and I can't get anything to grab it. So if I have to, I'll cut it off the grinder, hopefully not. But let's get on underneath here and see if I can get a wrench in there or a ratchet. See if I can pop some of those off there and then fix this crap, all this leaked. This cross member only has the 2 bolts up top, 1 bolt on this side, and then only 1 bolt over there, because it doesn't have this like curve here. So we're gonna have to cut that bolt later, but as of right now, the cross member's down and out of the way. If I didn't have the transmission jacked up right now, it would sag. You don't want that, so jack it up before you take the cross member down. Yeah, I took those 2 bolts out. They're over here. We're going to see if we can take the pan off as it is, drain it, put it all back together, throw this side up, and then cut that bolt. One, 2. 3. And it's getting in the way. Amazing. I need you to come here. Come here. Okay. Good deal. Next. Okay. Alright. Next. Okay. This drained out for about 0.5 seconds till about where it is now. So there's more fluid in it than I thought, which is good. But anyways, I'm going to wind up taking the pan down the rest of the way and cleaning up the pan and surface it's going to be adhering to. But I'm going to clean it up. Of course, I'll let you guys see it in just a second when I get it down. I just wanted to let you know that there's a little bit more in here than I thought. And also, when you go to take these pans off, if there's no like drain plug like this one, give it a little like corner to tilt to so it'll pour out where you want it. Don't just take it all down because it'll blow out everywhere. But anyways, that's what it'll look like. There's only 1 bolt really in there. Maybe 2. Don't know. But just enough to let it tilt. Okay. So the pan's down. I don't know what's going on in here. I'm assuming some sort of RTV or something. It's not metallic because it just destroys itself in my hand. So I'm not really sure what that is. But it could be like a pine needle or something. Hell if I know. But you can tell in the bottom of this pan there's a good bit of metallic, but it's not an insane amount. Like, this is not as bad as I've seen before. I don't want to say it's normal, but there's always going to be like some sort of material in here. But I've never seen whatever this stuff is, and it looks like sticks. I don't really know, but I'm going to go get some brake cleaner, and we're going to spray on this and clean all this stuff up and get a towel and stuff. I'll come back and show you when I clean it up, and I'll clean up underneath here, and then I'll probably come back right as soon as I'm about to put all this stuff on. But here's that groove I was telling you guys about. A 700 R4 would be squared, and then a 350 turbo has this little cut piece right here. So that's how I tell 700 R4 for a 350 turbo. Anyways, there it is. Let me get to clean this up, and we'll be back when I go to put it in there. Okay, here we are. Alright, we got the pan sitting up there. We got the gasket on it. All the bolts sitting in there, so I got the right amount. We went ahead and we took the transmission pan filter off. Well, transmission filter, I should say. And then we got this new filter over here. It has a little gasket. These 2 little screws. Sometimes I think they're bolts, but this one is screw head, flathead, if you will. But yeah, got a little can of brake clean up there, sprayed it around, wiped it off with the rag, cleaned up around it. Doesn't have to be super clean, but clean enough. And then, yeah, everything's set up, ready to go back on there, and I'll show you guys just as soon as I get it done. But this is what it looks like now with the pan off, okay? Nothing spectacular. Alright, so when you're putting this on here, mine said front just like this one. Okay, so make sure that is facing the front of the truck when you put it on there. And of course you can read on here other stuff. This one says made in USA. Should have left that one on there. No, I don't know if this has ever been changed. I have no idea. Anyways, your gasket, what I did was just run the bolts through it, kind of push it up there while the bolts were holding it, so you don't have to put any gasket on it, because you don't want gasket material inside your transmission. That's bad stuff. All those little holes and stuff, yeah, you don't want it in there. Anyways, up here, what I'm going to do to hold this on while I take all these bolts out, because right now I just got them in there so it can kind of get its shape, because they just wad them up and throw them in the package. But I'm going to get a little RTV. I'm going to put it right in here in certain places, so I can press it down so I can hold it in place. When I put it up there, I can tighten it up. It's not gonna seal it any better than this seal will. It's just something to hold it on there, and I don't have that stuff. It's like a tacky stuff you can put on here. I don't got it. I just got RTV, so I'm just gonna put it on here in little places, kind of keep it stuck and in place, and then bolt it up. Okay, well, the pan is on, but we forgot to look at every individual bolt hole, and wouldn't you know it, I was missing 2 bolts, and I tried to put 2 bolts back in there earlier and they just kept spinning. So now we know why we're missing bolts. The threads are fucked up, so we're gonna have to get a tap and die at some point and rethread it. I might be able to do it with the pan on, I don't know, never really done it, but we'll see. Anyways, it's looking like it's gonna start raining. You guys might not be able to tell, but I feel like it can at any point. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to worry about putting any oil and stuff in this right now. But we have done most of the hard stuff, besides putting oil in and trying to drive it. So we're going to go ahead and put up all of our tools. Alright, first things first, I'm going to go ahead and line up this transmission mount bolt thingy right here in the middle of the cross member. Get it put back on to keep it up in the air while I work on the rest of it. Okay. Got it situated. Get our tool here. Make sure we're going the right way. Perfect. I'm not going to cinch this all the way up. Just almost, because I want to have this thing moving around like it's doing right now. Actually, I think our transmission mount is destroyed because that's all the way up and it's still doing that. So we're going to have to look at getting a transmission mount sometime soon. Nobody wanted to really see me finish putting that last bolt in there anyway, so I did it off camera, and I was thinking about cutting it, but I didn't. Blah, blah, blah. We got it back on there. We didn't change it like we wanted to either, but I don't really care right now. I just want this done. So I'm going to take my jack and bottle jack down, and you notice how the transmission didn't fall. That means we did a good job. So we should be okay. And I'll have to put the top back in this jack because I took it off so it'd be flat to sit on the flat surface of the bottle jack. But anyways, the cross member should be fine. We really should drill some more holes and put more bolts in this thing, because as of right now, there's only 3. One here that's just the shittiest bolt, and the 2 on the other side because I didn't put the 3rd one in on that other side. But, you know, if 3 couldn't hold it, the 4th never could. See, there's that speech impediment thing I was telling you guys about. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, even if there's 3 on that side, this one shears off, it's still going to fall. Who cares about the 3rd bolt over there? Plus, it's at an angle anyways, and the threads and everything are real boogered up on it, so I don't care about it. Alright? But we're good. We're sitting alright. We're going to throw some fluids in here in just a second. Alright. Let's see if we can get this thing done up real quick. Alright, let's take the dipstick out of here. I forgot a funnel, it seems. That's fine. We'll do the old route. And by that I mean we'll cut this thing open and use it if we have to. I really don't want to go get another funnel. Not a big deal. Pour right down in here. I really should move that camera, huh? Yeah, probably so. Once I get this done, I'll make up this funnel, and then I'll move the camera. Sound good? Sounds good to me. Alright, we only spilled a little bit, which is good. Don't need to spill oil these days. Too expensive. Here, let me throw it back on there. I'll show you how to make one of these fancy funnels here. Get your knife. I know, it sounds super difficult, right? Perfect. And just like that, you have a funnel. Wipe off the oil, won't hurt your knife. Remember that. It's actually pretty good for it. Alright, here we go. Take off this cap here. Spill some more oil. Push that down in there, like so. Pull it back out. Okay. You don't gotta worry about bending it because you don't care about it anyways. It's gonna be trash in a minute. Okay. Got a wall here open. 15W40 Rotella. We love this stuff here. And if you're doing an oil change and you don't spill any, well, you're doing it wrong. Okay? That's all I'm saying. No good oil tech doesn't spill about a little bit of oil here and there. She only takes a second. Come on now. Drink up, little buddy. That's what Vice Grip would do right now. That's what he'd say. Big fan of Vice Grip Garage, by the way. I actually started watching him when I was on deployment. Of course, you guys don't know about that yet, but one day when we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark and I tell everybody, you know, where I'm at, where I've done, what I've been doing, you know, stuff like that. Past, I guess. Give you a little introduction. You guys will figure all that stuff out. But there's a little cookie, a little snack, okay? Eat on that, alright? Alright, we're going to make sure this one all down here. Perfect. Takes no time. I'm not going to worry about cleaning up my mess. The truck doesn't mind this thing. I guarantee you has had more than enough oil poured on it at one point in time. So, let's go ahead and check it. This should be 5 quarts, I think is what's supposed to go in here. Well, that's terrifying. We'll pretend we didn't see that. We'll give it a minute and check it again. Because that was way over full. And it shouldn't be. That should be more than enough for that motor right there. Let's think. We're going to need a legitimate dipstick for the transmission, so we'll take care of that. I'm going to go grab one out of the shop, give that some time to settle, and then we'll check that oil level again. If it's too much, we'll drain it out. It shouldn't be, but we'll see. 305, 350 should be close to the same oil level wise. I don't know too much about 305s. I've mostly owned 350s, but I'm going to assume this is the 305 because it says on this little paper right here, it says 50, and I have no idea if this has ever been changed. Like I've probably said before, I've went ahead and I found that casting number on the block, and the last 2 or 3 numbers are non-legible. You can't read them, which is unfortunate because now I don't know what it is, but it was something wrong with the casting. I'm not really sure, so we'll figure that out. Okay, well, I found this funnel on the ground, which is good because that means it has a whole bunch of dirt in it, which is also good for you know, longevity for the transmission. Okay, Let's see if we can throw some of this fluid in here without getting it everywhere. Oh, we got a little American flag action. Now, turns out using your thumb as a weapon is horrible. Or, I should say, breaking open the top of one of these here caps is horrible. Anyways, I'm not sure how much this will take. I'm going to do about half. Maybe, how much does it say it has? We're going by quarts here, 1, 2, 3. 3? And more? Maybe 4? I don't know, dude. We're just going to go by the seat of our pants here. Make sure it doesn't come back out of the dipstick, because they do that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stop this really quick. Dad's up here. He's going to want me to help him, so. Okay. We went ahead and we put all the stuff in there that we had. I did it off camera, the last bit of the transmission fluid. You guys didn't miss out on much. We do need to run this to get the correct transmission fluid level. And I want to start this thing up to let all the oil pump up too, to make sure that we have the correct oil level as well. Normally you don't have to do that, but this thing's been sitting for a long time. Even when I drained it, I know you've seen it run for a little bit, but that's nowhere near enough in my eyes, especially doing a full oil change and it's been sitting for like a week. I'd like to get it pumped up again and make sure that oil level is good. So anyways, the next video we're going to do is going to be on the carburetor. And I would like to wait to mess with that carburetor and get this thing running properly instead of try to run it now off tune and, you know, just not running right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this video here, and thank you guys for watching, for everybody that stuck it through to the end. I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. I think I'm probably going to need more transmission fluid, but we'll check that later on. But I just want to let you guys know, yes, I'm stopping it here. I know there's more stuff I need to do with the oil and transmission fluid, but I want to wait until we mess with that carburetor. So, and I know it'll run now, but I want it tuned, and, you know, I want to like drive it around for the next video. So, that'll be it for now. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I know I seemed a little bit bummed. I've been working a lot recently. A lot of stuff's been going on in the family. So, apologize for that. Here soon, I'll probably be back up in good spirits. But right now, I'm kind of just taking it day by day. So, thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to be starting to do like a Facebook post and stuff for the channel and stuff on my personal Facebook, and I have a TikTok and stuff. I don't really ever post on there, but I should. You know what I mean? Anyways, yeah. Thank you guys. If you guys haven't already subscribed, please. I've seen a lot of people on the channel that have been watching that aren't subscribed. It's free. You guys don't have to, but if you guys enjoy what I do, feel free to do so. Like and comment. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. The likes are great to see. All of it. I'm not asking you for no money, okay? I'm just trying to get out there and see a bunch of these beautiful men and women that are on the channel. That kind of sounds wrong, okay? Just a bunch of great people is what I mean, all right? Don't get it misconstrued. Anyways, thank you guys so much. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully we'll be putting it out soon. Yeah. Thank y'all. And as always, you guys have a wonderful day.